Now we welcome in the head coach of UTEP football, Dana Dimel. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Kristen, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So, Coach, I want to talk about this challenge of you taking over this program that went 0-12 last year. You have some experience. You were at Kansas State on the staff when they went 0-31-1 over a 3-year period. How do you take that experience and what some of these players have been through and turn it around and get them excited and motivated for this next season?
Yeah, the first thing when I heard you ask that question, I was going to tell about the experiences we had at Kansas State. But when you've been through, my first 3 years as a coach, you're 0-31-1. And so, that's nothing new for me to come into this situation. But I was there at K-State, when the losing had started, before the turnaround. So I got to see what's really significant in turning a program around. And to me, it's embracing the leadership amongst your players. It's developing unity, and it's all doing it through a positive manner of coaching and teaching amongst the players and the coaches.
You bring in quarterback Kai Locksley. He's a former 4-star quarterback that signed with Texas. When you think about your offense that you want to implement here at UTEP, how do you think he fits into this?
Oh, I think he fits in really well. He's very athletic, and we've always had athletic quarterbacks in our system. I think it's so important to have a guy that can create plays with his legs. Whether you run him a lot or just let him do it freelancing or making plays that are broke down, I think it's important to have a quarterback that can do that. And Kai's can do that. Obviously, he's also a very intelligent player, but he's extremely fast for his size. And so when you put all those things together, he's probably the quickest quarterback that we've ever been around. We've been around some really good athletic quarterbacks at K-State and the other places that I've been. So to me, he's got so much athleticism, and now we got to take, the junior college player of the year and mold him into being a Division I quarterback.
Now, Coach, you brought someone followed you from K-State over to UTEP, and that is your son Winston as a grad transfer. He came over. I got to ask you about this, though, because in January he said that he was excited to not have the pressure of playing for his dad, but yet he follows you over to UTEP. How did that all go down? Were you surprised when he said, hey, Dad, I want to go and continue to be coached by you?
Yeah, he had options, obviously, being a 3-time All-Big 12 player and programs were courting him. But for him, it's important, because he's the #1 projected fullback in the draft next year. It was important for him to get to a program that would utilize his skill set. And as he looked around, there was some that, would do that equally as well as we would. And he just decided the best place for him to be, and he just wanted to be a part of helping turn this program around. He thought it definitely was going to be UTEP. So that was an exciting decision for all of us and all the UTEP fans as well.
Coach, I just got to ask, because as you said, he's got so many expectations. You have expectations for this football program. Is he coach? Are you coach at practice and then dad if you guys go out to dinner and hang out? Or how does that? I just got to know what that balance is.
It's a fun balance, it really is. And so obviously the things that you teach your kids growing up is to respect authority. And so when we're on the football field, he's going to respect me as a coach. And then when we're off the football field, it's important to be a dad and teach him all the things that are important in life. So, but it's a fun environment. He grew up around the game. He has such a great understanding of the game. And one of the things he can bring to the table here is just the fact that he can teach the guys what the expectations are. He's won at a high level. He knows what it's like to be on successful programs, and he can be such a leader on the program. But it's so much fun and such a blessing to be able to coach your kid in the game of football and be around him every day that way, and just make sure that he understands the important lessons that football teaches you and to be able to exude leadership. But great question, because it's so much fun.
Yeah, such an experience that so many of us will never, ever get to have. So I had to ask about it. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. We're looking forward to see you lead this turnaround of UTEP football. We really appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Thanks. Looking forward to working with Stadium moving forward. You guys are doing a great job with everything.